What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? This is Insecure. I'm sorry. Okay, let me come back. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's going on? This is Insecure season 1. Nope, season 5, episode 2. Growth, okay? Um, so how do I want to start this out? First of all, let me pause this and let me just say this. If you have not been watching BMF, because I literally just caught up because I was a couple of episodes behind, but then I caught up on the new episode that came on. It came on today, but I caught it earlier. And baby, Lamar needs to go. Okay, they just need to take him out. Take Kato out too at the same time, because what happened at the end of the recent episode did not need to happen, and it was just too much for me. It was just too much. Okay, but let's get back on track. I ain't like this episode. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. All right. Y'all know I'm a big fan of Insecure, but what I have to do is to tell y'all the goddamn truth. It felt like a filler episode if I didn't hear one, okay? Because we're 10 episodes, okay? This is what this season's supposed to be, right? 10 episodes. I don't want to get on here complaining because it is the last season, but the first episode, it was cute. I was in it. You know what I'm saying? They picked up literally where they left off, okay? A couple of months where they left off. This episode, I'm feeling like it's a little bit too soon in the season to be giving us fillers, okay? Because I felt like this very much was a filler, but I kind of understood why they set it up the way that they set it up to get us to the point that we need to go, okay? We can't just go straight into the drama. We got to build up to it. But I really didn't, because it was a little confusing. I had to watch the episode twice, okay? Just to make sure I was getting everything that I needed to get. But anyway, the episode starts off, we see a little time capsule of stuff going bad, and, Issa apartment just slowly coming from being empty to, looking like a little workstation or whatever. And we seeing the block symbols and things that was going on, and, looking like she's becoming a little bit more busy with her organization. And then all of a sudden it says a year later. I said, oh, so we're time jumping back to the actual present of what we are now, okay? Because it has literally been a year since we've seen these people, since we didn't get it last year, okay? So the alarm is going off or whatever. Issa getting up, she go brush her teeth. We see the side by side with Molly and Issa. Issa getting up, she go brush her teeth. Molly get woken up by her alarm. She go play with herself. I said sometimes you got to get that morning nut or that evening nut to put your ass to sleep. Or sometimes, you got to wake up and you just got to make yourself relax because you already know the day is going to be stressful or whatever. But, they're doing different things. I will say this. I do love the fact that they have Yvonne Orji on here with her natural hair. When she cut her hair, the fade looked nice on her. I really do like that style on her. But, they're doing their different things, and we see that Molly is actually getting along with people in her, workplace. Again, her and Turian, they're okay. They're actually communicating, and he's actually listening to what she has to say. I guess they're back on good terms, because if you don't remember, last season and even the season before that, she was a pick-me type of bitch. She wanted to be the first person to do this and do that and not delegate or, be a team player. And it cost her the relationship with some of the people in the office. And Torian was one of those, okay? But now it seems like they're cool, all right? Issa is out here putting on events or whatever with the block, her block company that she has going on. She's throwing this book signing event. I did not know that was a Black Arthur. That's the Vanishing Point or whatever it is. No shade, because everybody be coming in, and that is, and I bet you after this it's gonna be even more. Everybody been coming into my job, putting that book on hold and just taking it out. It's so many holes on that book. So shout out to them. I'm finna go look at it myself now. And the lady that came out and said, "Thank you so much for putting these things on. You really saved my life." I said, bitch, it is Halloween today, and she was looking like an extra from Us, okay? I was just like, what in the feather doppelganger is going on? Issa was so uncomfortable, baby. I was so uncomfortable. It was a mess. Meanwhile, Issa and Molly, they getting together for pasta night, okay? I said, all right, so we see that the two friends are really back on course, okay? They're kicking it, they're looking at TV, they're sleeping in the same bed. You know, we hear Molly try to sing the same song that Issa used to sing to Molly when she wanted something. You're my best friend, and, you know, all that. And Issa has to tell her, listen, girl, you don't even know the words, so let's not just go to sleep, okay? Even got the girl an extra pillow, okay? Meanwhile, as time goes on, we see Issa over there with Nathan, okay? This is a year later, and Issa and Nathan still cool. You know, he wants her to basically plan the anniversary of his, I guess, his little shop, because in the last season, he showed her this extra room in the shop, the barber shop that he was working at, that he wanted to open up his own stuff. And so I guess it's been open for a year now, and he wanted to do a little anniversary party celebration, and they're trying to figure out what place they want to do it at, because she was like, this is a little bit too small to do it here. They go to a restaurant, they're talking about it, and, you know, they're just looking at these couples and the ambiance of the restaurant and how the lighting is, and, you know, noticing the couple being, you know, very romantic with each other. And I was like, so what y'all about to do? This was a setup for us to realize, or to kind of think that y'all gonna get it in. Because I was sitting here like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Stop going back, okay? Issa is like a goddamn lesbian, all right? I'm just telling you, like, we can't let our exes go, okay? I'm just saying, them bitches is still gonna be up in the picture, okay? They still up in the picture. Even if they not, they still right there, okay? You may not see them, but we do, okay? And 9 out of 10, we still talking to them some type of way, all right? It just happens. We ain't even got to be fucking them. We just still be talking to them. And that is how Issa is pinball between all her exes. Bitch, where the fuck is Daniel? Okay, that's all I want to know. Where's Daniel at? All right, since we playing games up in this piece, where's Daniel? Okay, I would rather you ping pong between Daniel and, I guess you'll have to do Lawrence or whatever. But, like, come on, can we move on? Okay, but then we get Molly. You know, she's at her brother's son birthday party, and it wouldn't be a birthday party or a baby shower without somebody wearing the Burberry fits, okay? Him and the baby got on Burberry shirts, okay? I said so ghetto, but I love it, all right? Molly whole issue is she's trying to get her mom and her dad to write their estate, okay, to go through the whole thing and do it properly. They wrote it down on a piece of paper, okay? Like, literally looked like a little piece of envelope or something. And then the mama, she trying to hook her up with this dude from the church named Hubert, okay? Herbert, that's what his name was. She was like, listen, Herbert that used to be a deacon back when he was 15. Yeah, that Herbert. She was like, Mama, we ain't got nothing to call me. She was like, listen, he played the organ. You like music, so what? I mean, I guess. I said, you know what? Parents are a mess, okay? Mama was just trying to get Molly married off at this point, because Molly is really trying to stay away from men. And I feel like she's on this journey of trying to, you know, actually take into what her therapist is saying and what we've been saying. Baby, you just need to be by yourself for a minute. So she been men free for a year. And I was like, that's a good accomplishment for goddamn Molly. Okay, because you know she on to the next, on to the next, on to the next in every 5 minutes, all right? Trying to find that perfect one because she too damn thirsty. She can't wait for that right one to come to her. Meanwhile, Herbert up there talking about some, yeah, he make music, trap music for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Jesus gang, Jesus gang, Jesus gang. I said no, okay? It ain't gonna work, all right? Meanwhile, Issa, this is what kind of confused me at first. And I had to rewatch it, and I got it, but I got it afterwards on the first watch, but I was just making sure that I was getting everything. But Issa, her block community thing that she does, her company has teamed up with the MBW company of Nadia. Nadia was the girl that we saw on the panel with her in the first episode a year ago at Stanford, okay? And she has this water company, you know? And so she didn't partner up with them, I guess, to get funding, to get scheduling, to, you know, help with all that stuff, to really make her company pop, okay? Investment and all that. And so now she has to present this, you know, artist or whatever. He's a fashion designer. Hold on. Let me stop. Okay, because y'all already know what I'm about to say. He a little fashion designer or whatever. His name is Crenshaw. They about to put on this little fashion show. And she was presenting them to him. And then when I popped up, I looked up. I was like, oh my God, Crenshaw, Kofi. He was all up in the picture just looking at us and looking at me like, hey, girl, I'm on another show. I was like, I know. How you doing? Y'all know that's my baby daddy, okay? Me and my partner, we gonna use his stuff to make a baby. That's all that it is, okay? That's my boo. That's my boo forever and always, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. But basically, he's a prisoner. Well, no, I ain't gonna say he a prisoner. He used to be in prison, okay? And while he was in prison, he learned how to, you know, do fashion stuff. And I was like, so is this the guy? I don't know if y'all seen him, but I saw him. He was on the blogs at one point, and I've seen it on TikTok as well. But I've seen it on the blogs a couple of times. It's a guy that's literally in jail right now, okay, who makes his own clothing line, and he ships them out from jail. He make it in jail. I'm like, where is he getting the material from? It's literally a jail prison line, clothing line that he has, and he's making a lot of money off of it while he's in jail. I said, so is that what this is based off of? Because they said Crenshaw, you know, he started getting his love for passion and doing fashion, or what his love for fashion and doing all of that while he was in prison. So I was like, oh, that's a little inspiration. So the whole thing is, she gives this whole presentation about how he's for Crenshaw or whatever. And basically Seth, the white guy, and the black guy that was with him, they basically was like, you know, I mean, this cute or whatever, but maybe we need to go with somebody that's more experienced, okay? And it's just a little much, all right? And I'm just sitting here like, give him a chance. You know, they naming off all these other people that are, I guess, more established, and I assume kind of like white people, whatever, judging from what, you know, Issa said later on in the episode. I just didn't like that part, okay? Don't shoot them down before you even get to see what it's about, you know? And so Issa goes over there to Molly's place, and they talking about the same thing. And she was like, yeah, they wanted to go with somebody else because he lacked experience. And like Molly said, I hate that. Even on job applications and stuff like that, or when kids coming out of college, you know, we going to college for this particular thing, but then when we fill out an application to go to this particular company or whatever, it tells us we need certain amount of years of experience. How are we going to get the experience if nobody hires us? And that's one of the things that Molly was saying, okay? And it does seem like they're trying to make the show a little bit wider. When Issa is about making it for the community, because that's what her organization is about, all about the community, Crenshaw District and all of that, you know? And so Molly suggested that she go and talk to Nadia, the MBW water head, okay? Go ahead and talk to her and see what it is to go around him and see if she can, you know, do some things and put him up in the show. Meanwhile, we get Molly, I'm assuming it's the next day, and she is on, once again, The League, okay? The League popped up in the first season when she was dating Jared from Hertz, okay? The one that didn't have a college degree, the one that was, you know, had the little kind of gay experience or bisexual experience that he didn't like, you know, and so she, I guess, reactivated her app. I said, damn, Molly, you back on the dating app? We finna do this shit again. But Molly was up there looking at her profile. She was like, you know, you can't have kids. You need to have a degree, preferably two. You can't have this. You can't have that. She was like, damn, I was tripping. And then, you know, she had to delete all that to fill it out again because she's not the same person. You know, it was like, what can I say about myself? Okay, what do I want? You know what I'm saying? And she's going back and she's thinking in all these flashbacks of how negative she was and how extra she was. And even when it gets to the point where it's talking about what is it like dating me? And then you get to when Andrew basically said, you can't let stuff go. Okay, she holds on to stuff. She can't let it go. And that shook her. Like, you can really see it just taking effect on her. Like, damn, I really was in a fucked up place. Like, I was really doing too much. You know, I was setting myself so unattainable. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I did need to. And sometimes it's like you don't want to lower yourself, but Molly was being so unrealistic, okay? And it's like, if you see that stuff is not happening for you, obviously you need to change something, okay? And so, I felt a little bad for her just for that moment. Meanwhile, Issa meeting up with Nadia. Girl, she thinking that she just meeting up with Nadia. Nadia didn't call Seth. She said, you was talking about the whole thing, that something was finna happen or whatever, so I decided to go ahead and call him. And basically, it backfired a little bit, trying to do a run around him to get to Nadia to get Crenshaw back into the program. But, eventually she convinced them to let them go ahead and do it, let him into the thing. And she had to go talk to Crenshaw, okay? Crenshaw and that dude that was standing there that snitched on old boy for eating the chips, and he eating snacks on the job. You can eat snacks on the job too, bro. You ain't in jail no more, okay? So basically with Crenshaw, he hires ex-convicts as well, and Issa had to go over there and tell my baby, like, listen, you in the show, but you're going to have to take some things off, okay? That whole presentation that you had to do and the writing on the low riders and all that stuff, it's going to have to go. And he was like, damn, that was basically the whole thing of the heart of the show. So it was like, maybe I can wait till something else come back. And she was like, ain't nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that you need to jump on right now, okay? You don't want to wait. So she convinced him to go along with the charades of it all. And then, we get Molly. She calls her mom and apologizes for her way that she was acting with the estate situation and how she just keeps harping on stuff and go so hard on stuff, and her mama understood. And so she told her I was gonna get the estate planner the next day. And of course, mama just want Molly to get married off before she die. Okay, she want Molly to be married before the daddy and her die. Okay, because at this point she really don't see no hope. Okay, because that conversation when they was in the kitchen, she was like, it's gonna take 2 years for this, and then another 2 years for this, and then, baby, all we trying to say is I want you to do this before your daddy and me get old. Okay, that's all that I want. All right, I was like, you can't rush it. You can't rush it. So they cleared that up. And it's time for the event, all right? And mind you, what's the assistant name? We're just going to call her Q. When Issa had woke up that day and she found out that they had 10,000 followers on her little organization, and she texted old girl, her assistant. Mind you, the assistant was already up in the kitchen and gonna say something. Girl, I had to come up in here because, my roommate be having sex loud, my roommate being my mama, and her boyfriend being her my daddy. Okay, I said, wait a minute, that'll scar me. I don't want to hear no shit like that. That's why I'm so glad that I didn't grow up in that type of environment. I mean, I was 4 years old when they broke up, and they weren't even living together probably when I was 3. So I didn't hear, I wouldn't know. So thank God, because ew. All right. I mean, I know that's how we got here, whatever, but no, ma'am. Okay, I want to hear that shit. Meanwhile, listen to your mama get her black backbone. Oh, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Mama, what? Come up in the room. Get off my mommy. No, let me stop. Okay. Molly pop up with a Dasani water bottle. Y'all hate Dasani, okay? Like, all right, some of this shit be tasting all the same to me, to be quite honest, all right? To be quite honest, damn near all of it is tap water. I just want y'all to know, okay? With a label on it. That's what it is. Because we did a filter test. I did a filter test, baby. All that shit came out, and motherfuckers be saying that it's purified, but it really ain't, okay? But, he used to say, you can't be coming up in here with that. We MPW now, okay? The MPW water. She was like, oh, okay, so what, we setting up in here, ganging and shit? So what else we got to do? Baby, when Q came over there and was telling Issa how everything is set up and it's going, she looked at Molly and pulled out like a metal detector to see if everything was cool, because like Issa said, she still don't trust you after that block party because she thought that she still think that you the one that brought a gun up in there. Molly didn't bring no gun. When Issa and Molly got into that argument at the end of that block party episode, and right when they was real heated, and I think Molly reached for something or whatever, she wasn't reaching for a gun, but somebody hollered out, she got a gun. I was like, a mess, niggas, okay? But as that was happening, that fake reporter from the block party came up in there trying to get a interview. I said, girl, go away, okay? Meanwhile, there's some issues going on with Krishan. he's still putting all his stuff into play. He said, I'm doing this presentation. I'm doing the Crenshaw, the bikes and all that stuff. I'm not finna be no sellout, and you not my savior, so I'm gonna do what I need to do, okay? And so, you know, Issa had to do nothing but suck it up and just let the chips fall where they may. She was talking to Molly like, I think I might be losing my job, because Seth's sitting out there, they sitting on crates and shit, you know, and this fashion line, the little fashion thing starts, okay? The show starts, and it was decent. It wasn't great, okay? I said these clothes looks, maybe I ain't got a fashion eye, but I would never bad, but okay. And, you know, like 3-4 models come out, then the 4th model come out, and then he just stand there in the door. All of a sudden, the lights just comes off, and then this big old beam of light just come in, and then these niggas come out with these illuminated drums, and then all of a sudden they say, did all my invisible niggas go to heaven? Did all my invisible niggas go to heaven? I said, all dogs go to heaven, so what you talking about? I was real confused. I said, what is going on? And then the guys with the low riders, they come out, and then the music start up, and then that's when I was like, okay, I see the vision. Truth be told, I don't see nobody wearing those type of clothes anyway, but the last piece, that was really nice, okay? And at this point, Issa's like, you know what? I just got to take it. I might be getting fired. But come to find out, Seth came up there, and he was like, you know, sometimes we don't see the vision, and sometimes the vision just got to be forced to us to make us see, and I see it, and I'm glad that it went on ahead to do what you did tonight, okay? It was really good. He's looking forward to doing more projects with her, so it was a good thing. So after all of that, you know, Issa wound up texting Nathan, seeing if he up. He come over there to her crib. They talking or whatever, but you know, she falls asleep a little bit, and we see Molly, she going on a date, okay? She waiting in a restaurant. I said, oh, Molly, you was at that thing. Did you like freshen up your little cooch or whatever? Because you didn't change your clothes. So, you didn't go home first. Did you have a little baby wipe or whatever? You know? And I noticed when Issa came over there to Molly's house and they was eating food or whatever, Issa, you just came from outside and you ain't wash your hands. Y'all nasty, okay? Come on, we be talking about the whites and not washing stuff, and you come in there and not wash your hands. But okay, I'm just a little petty. I be noticing stuff. I'm just a little petty. But, you know, she was a little eager. She saw old boy. She was like, she was like, okay, calm down. Okay. Live in the moment. Be okay. It's okay. Okay. So she talked herself down, and she had her little date. Meanwhile, Nathan was about to call a lift. Issa said, no, come on and stay. Okay, I want you to sleep over. He was like, okay. And so they get in the bed, and, you know, she thanking him, I guess, for being there and being him. Next thing you know, he kissed her, and she starts crying. She was like, oh, my God. She said, I don't mean to cry in your mouth like that. He was like, I mean, it happens. He was so confused, okay? She said she thought she was ready, but she wasn't. And I'm sitting here like, what are you crying for? Somebody explain to me, what is she crying for? Is it the emotions of the night for, you know, having to be successful? Or is it because of, I don't know. Like, I mean, I understand that you're not ready, but I don't get the tears. But okay, maybe that's not for me to get. And while she went to sleep, the episode ended with, you know, she hearing the door close and we pan over. Nathan left. Nathan left. I said, well, shit, bitch, you ain't even gonna wait until she wake up to see if she okay or whatever. He just jetted out. I hope that's the last time we see Nathan. Okay, can we move forward? Okay, next week is about Lawrence. Lawrence took that job out there in San Francisco. It is a year later, so that means, you know, that's a good 11 months. The baby should be, you know, 2 months plus 7. If we did the full term, that's 9 months. And then the baby should be at least 4 months. Okay. The baby should be at least 4 months, 3 to 4 to 5 months. Okay. That's what the baby should be if there is a baby. Okay. And that's what we all really tuning in, truth be told, to know. Okay. Did he or did he not father this child, and is the child in fruition? Okay, that's what I want to know. But either way, like I said, this episode really wasn't much. Okay, it really wasn't much. Didn't really give me much. Didn't really do much for me. And I have to be honest. I wouldn't be honest. I wouldn't be a good fan if I wasn't honest. I'm not gonna tear the show down because I still love it, but it just wasn't it for me tonight. But you guys tell me how you felt about it, and I'll see y'all later. Okay, peace.